guys, back with another knife review this week. I am very excited to talk about this knife. This is the Spyderco Matriarch 2, and one of my buddies picked one of these up the other day, and I was stoked to get my hands on this and actually check it out. I mean, this thing is insane. I don't think there's anything else like it that I've seen personally. I mean, yeah, check that out. It's crazy. This thing's wicked. We'll get right into it. I want to talk about kind of how this knife was designed and what this thing is. This thing is basically like a zombie knife. It's like a bunch of different Spyderco knives all put into one. The first knife and kind of the blade shape. So Spyderco came out with a Spyderco Civilian. If you guys are not familiar with it, check it out. It's pretty similar to this. It has the same blade minus the wave. And basically what they did was they wanted to make a knife that like undercover law enforcement could use when they couldn't carry guns, and they would do like basically the most damage possible to people. So I have like a reel I made. I was like, it's the secret agent knife. So yeah, this thing's insane. I mean, I've been carrying this and I don't even know why, because there's pretty much no use for this other than messing people up. And yeah, there's not much of like a utility aspect of it. I mean, there's no like a working edge. There's not really, I guess maybe you could cut rope with this, but outside of that, I mean, you're not really, I guess you could probably open some boxes, but everything's pretty much hard to do with this knife other than what it's made for, and that's to hurt people, I guess, right? So the other thing this thing is it is a Delica 4. So this handle, if it looks familiar, it's a Delica 4 handle. It's a Spyderco Civilian blade. And the last thing is we have this little Emerson Wave. I like the Wave, honestly. My buddy had a Delica 4 that had the Wave too, I think, or was it yeah, Delica 4 that had the Wave. And I don't know, did I just say that? This is an endura handle. That's what I meant. I don't know if I said Delica. This is an endura handle, Civilian blade shape, and then that Wave. The Wave works good. Sometimes it works too good. Sometimes you want to take your knife out of your pocket and you don't actually want to deploy it, and the Wave just deploys it. So it's definitely a pretty effective opening method, but sometimes it can be a little annoying just because you're trying to pull this thing out of your pocket, and sometimes it you know, deploys and you're like, oh crap, I didn't even mean to open this thing up. But yeah, we'll kind of get some specs on this thing real quick. So yeah, I think we got overall length of 8.55. Blade length of 3.5. It's a back lock. It's not super like fidgety, but it works. I don't have a problem with Spyderco's back lock, but there's not much of like a fidget factor with it. You can open this thing with just the normal thumb stud, and then obviously the wave feature is nice depending on how you're carrying it in your pocket. They want $194 for this. I believe this thing's a little bit cheaper than the Civilian. I think the Civilian might be closer to like $250. This doesn't feel like your standard kind of like plasticky Spyderco. It does have liners in here, if you can see those. So this thing does feel like fairly sturdy. There's not much like wiggle or anything. I do like that. But yeah, I mean, this thing's just insane. I mean, I can't wait to take some clips with this thing and just really show how nasty it is. But I think if you need a purely defensive knife, I don't know if it's going to get better than this. I know some people, they like to talk about like, oh, you know, you want the Tonto blade for piercing, but I mean, this really is a fighting knife. I mean, depending on how you're holding this thing or what you're doing with it, I mean, you're going to be tearing stuff up, literally. I don't think there's a world where somebody could touch you with this and you'd be okay, honestly. I mean, those serrations are pretty crazy. I actually kind of humored myself, and I was seeing if I could shave paper with like just the little middle teeth in between here, just because sometimes I feel like companies will put serrations on a knife, but they're not actually that sharp. These are very sharp. This thing's legit. I do want to get my hands on the actual Civilian and kind of see the difference. I think that the normal Civilian might just be a little bit more like robust as far as the handle material goes. That's probably why it's a little bit more. I don't know what the lock is on that. I don't know if it has the compression lock or if it's something else, but this thing's awesome. I think if you guys were to pick one of these up and kind of just carry with you, and maybe those same circumstances, you can't carry a firearm, but you want to carry something that you know is going to be legit, this is a great option. But if you want to pick this up and you think you're going to be carrying this and doing your household chores with it, you're definitely not. But this is a super fun knife, and if nothing else, it's kind of just a novelty to have and something to show people and kind of makes them go like, oh my God, what's that? So yeah, if you guys liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.